Because like all they do is just giving me hours that I don't ask for. Is just like 10 to 20 hours. And no, yeah, like they're giving the new hires more hours, and I've been there for like what, 4 or 5 months, and it's bullshit. Well, whatever, it's fine. What can you do? Even if like some idiot in a bat or like squid costume is just gonna come and save me, so like I'll be fine.
Hello, this is Norman Cross speaking. It's been a while. I'm still unemployed, however, things haven't been so bad. I've been honing my skills as Squilourd. Making sure the squid suit is clean is one of my top priorities of the day, amongst other activities. I always make sure to keep up on my knowledge of history. As the seeker says, this is important in becoming a true Squilourd. Reading is an important part of the day after all, but it is the reenactments which truly get me going. I tend to get carried away sometimes. After reading, I made sure to maintain a pristine household. After all, a house with dust is a house to distrust. Oh, and I encountered a stray dog a few days ago. She now lives with me. Along with adopting animals, I have taken a liking to new hobbies such as welding and botany. I always make sure my plants are well polished and always loved. However, some plants are quite abrasive towards me, so I must be careful. During my break time, I always make sure to remain active, no matter the cost. Although my skills had been put to good use, it seems that my talent in playing the stringed instrument known as a guitar was not enough to sustain me financially. Unfortunately, the selling of my home was inevitable. But in doing so, I gained a reasonable sale and purchased a new house. I am currently in the process of moving, but I have enjoyed the fruits of my labor. A steady intake of potassium is always appreciated. It's been about 2 years since my unfortunate run-in with Brandy Keo and that mercenary. However, since then, things have been relatively peaceful. Of course, there's the usual crime fighting, but no murderous CEOs, bounty hunters, or wizards. And honestly, I'm fine with that. I've been needing some of what they call R&R. It's been nice setting up the new house and moving out the old. Dog seems to like it, and if she's happy, I'm happy. Moving all my things has been a strenuous task indeed. Artifacts, books, collectibles, and weapons. It's a small place, but it's cozy. I think this is an important new chapter in my life, and I hope it's smooth sailing from here on out.
I'm aware of why you are here. Do not waste your breath.
You saw my vision.
I felt the presence of it. The energy of it. There is no anomaly. I hope dearly that it would not return for ages.
Right now is not the time to be all cryptic. I need you to start talking. Now!
An entity of divine power. I felt its presence faintly when I contacted you for the first time and came closer to your world of the living. I wished for it only to be whispers of its past, but it has gotten stronger. It wants to make itself known, Norman.
But what does? Come on, speak to me. Enough of these riddles!
The embodiment of death. An ancient evil that I banished long ago. The very cause of my residence in this plane of existence. Its name is Slaverian. He and his disciples wreaked havoc on the living before he was cast from this world.
His disciples?
The Night Shepherd, the Decimator, and the Baron, each an integral part of his reign, and the Syndicate of Sin.
Wait, why are they coming back now? What do they want?
Slaverian's goal was, and still is, to ultimately consume life on a global scale, and make this world a lifeless hellscape where he may thrive, assimilating any humans left into his demented army. The Syndicate will seek to kill you like they have the Squilourds of the past, ones who stood in defense of what they sought to destroy. He does not know the consequences or scope of his desires. His hunger blinds him.
How much time do we have?
Not very much by now. Slaverian will regain his power in our realm with the help of his disciples, and will launch his attack on modern man, unknowing of his existence in a world which has forgotten the gods of old. Norman, we cannot talk long. If they walk amongst the living with their regained power, it is not safe. Here, nor anywhere. I must give you this now. This map will integrate with your mind. It will set you on the path in forging what will defeat Slaverian. I have transported what you will need first, nearby in your realm. The blueprints to a powerful weapon. Use your newfound map and find it soon. Go! Now!
A park? No, this isn't right. Okay. I guess this is it, apparently. Guess this is it.
He has been waiting.
How long have you two been waiting here? In unnecessary darkness?
We returned just recently.
I can barely see a thing. How atrocious.
He enjoys the absence of the light.
To go from ruling from a throne to this downgrade. Some family home of mortal man.
Perhaps. He is still regaining his power. Give him time to establish himself in this world again.
He has been healing for 2 years now. I would prefer we resume our plan of action sometime soon. My patience has been run dry.
Enough!
As you wish.
He will be pleased with your work, Baron. Anything to impress him is good for us.
If his temper does not get the better of him, or his ego.
Lord Slavarian is in no way egotistical. He is simply sharing his knowledge with the rest of us, and you are in need of being corrected. He is the one in power, not you. You being so full of yourself.
That's not... Why do I try to argue with you? Centuries of just sheer ignorance and...
And what?
Nothing. It's not important.
Well, you brought it up, so it must be important.
Do walking tin cans like you ever stop talking?
I'm sorry,
My disciples finally returning from their travels, it seems. Yes, as we promised, we are ever closer to bringing forth the return. The realm of the living will know the true power of the great Slavarian. I grow stronger every day, and now that I return to the world of the living, my power may crawl back to me.
We would not fail you. It took nearly an eternity, but the time is now for your return. This world will not expect you. Not this time.
Ah, but there is still a living Squilourd who will. He is growing stronger, as I do. I want him eliminated. Those who I entrusted before could not complete their mission. But my disciples, you shall finish what they started.
They clearly lack the ability to properly handle combat. We will deal with it this time, without fail.
You will complete your task. There is no alternative.
Have we ever failed you, my lord? We have slain countless enemies in your name. You cannot rely on mere mortal humans to fulfill the wishes of a god.
The Night Shepherd has already been sent. I entrust that he will succeed in his mission. What of Desmitter and I? Continue your missions. I do not want either of you to fail.
Consider your orders completed.
I will once this planet is within my grasp. Now, go!
It's a glove. Oh, wait. It's a damn gauntlet.
Good morning, may I help you?
Excuse me, Mr. Cross. My name is Dallas Chandler. I'm Mr. Grayland's assistant over at Keo Industries. He asked me to inform you that he would like to speak with you at his residence, if you don't mind.
Keo Industries? Like Brandy Keo?
Yes, look, sir. I insisted you come with me. It won't be very long.
Look, I'm immensely busy right now. Please leave.
Please, Mr. Cross. It isn't anything bad, I promise. Please come with me.
Alright. Fine. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Grayland.
You could have knocked. Can't I enjoy a Sunday morning in peace?
Norman Cross is here to speak with you, as you had asked.
Ah, Norman Cross. How good to finally meet you. My apologies bringing you here in such an untimely manner, but it's not very often that men like myself get to speak as common men do. Go without worry. I'd like to speak to him alone, please.
I don't understand what's going on here. Do I know you?
I am Corbin Grayland. I am the new CEO of Keo Industries. Take a seat. Now, I've been meaning to get in contact with you regarding the company's previous owner, but time hasn't been in my favor.
This is all really strange. It's been about 2 years since the Keo incident, and you're calling me now?
Yes, I know. Things have been chaotic, and like I've said, the timing's not been in my favor. Is there anything I could get you?
Oh, I'm quite fine, thank you.
Well, allow me to get this whole Brandy Keo situation out of the way.
Yes, that would be best.
Yes, I perfectly understand, Mr. Cross.
Please, call me Norman.
Right then, Norman. Please, call me Corbin. As I was saying, I took over Mr. Keo's position a few months after he vanished. Apparently he had some sort of mental breakdown before his disappearance. He put much of his savings into experimental armor and weapons testing.
Well, I gotta say, it was quite strange how he had invited me to his party. Especially since I'd only met him for a brief time a while back, thanks to a friend of mine.
Well, from what I've heard, the party didn't go so well.
No kidding. I was crushed by some mercenary. Turns out he actually worked for Keo. She tracked me down for a few days, and that's when I went to hiding.
That's probably who the authorities were talking about. Someone they call the Oni. Dumbass is known for hunting and killing PBIs, but he uses the name right out of a comic book. Might as well fit in with the rest of the crowd.
PVIs? What's that?
Oh, it's a powered and or vigilante individual. New term that they came up with for this new fad of heroes versus villains. Bunch of whack jobs dressing up in costumes trying to kill each other.
Interesting.
We thought he was connected to Keo's disappearance, but authorities couldn't really locate either of them. All I know is that they were targeting you, and thankfully didn't succeed in their mission. Any idea as to why they'd be targeting you? 'Cause I'm clueless.
I don't know.
Keo's work was recovered about a week after. The project he had been working on was apparently meant to combat PVIs. I get where he was coming from, what with the surge of all these wannabe heroes, but I think it was just a step too far.
Well, I think plotting to kill someone who knew people he disagreed with was enough. He and Agent Valentine had a rivalry as far as I knew. But he and I parted ways long before everything went up in flames.
Why didn't you go after Valentine then? I'm aware the whole situation is all over the place, but something has to be consistent.
I honestly have no idea. All I know is that I'm glad to be alive. Something motivated him. And I don't want to find out what it was. If the authorities haven't come to talk to me, I know I'm not the root of anything bigger.
Well then, we'll leave it at that, Norman. To put it shortly, I'd like to apologize for his actions. And now that I have control over the company, we're trying to distance ourselves from his antics. We're even thinking of rebranding Greyland Corporation.
Oh well, it's got a nice ring to it.
That's the spirit. Well, anyways.
So everything's done?
That's correct, Norman.
We're good here.
Yes.
By the way, can I get a car ride home? I've done enough walking.
I'll ring up Mr. Chandler and tell him to bring around the Tesla.
Thank you.
Oh, and if you need anything, give me a call.
It's been nice talking to you, Corbin.
Likewise.
Alright, you robo-brain bastard! I guess they disappear when they die. I didn't want to clean up anyways.
Why?
It's gonna take more than that to take me down. Eat land.
With the Night Shepherd dead, the Syndicate is likely trying to rethink their plan of action. Luckily, this has given me ample time to fully transfer my belongings to the new house. It isn't exactly safe back at the old one anyways. I never expected things with the Syndicate to begin so abruptly. It gives me an idea of what I'm up against. The problem is, I don't exactly know where to find the other disciples, or even Slaverian himself. I have fought countless foes over the years, but nothing has ever been this serious. Usually you can just find them with a bit of searching, not to mention the stakes were never this high. This is a villain. This is actual evil. Now, where to go from here?
An incompetent creature killed at the hands of an unworthy Squilourd. Now that the Night Shepherd is dead, Decimator and I will handle this ourselves. You are the one who fine-tuned his abilities. Why has it failed? Perhaps it is time we stopped underestimating this Squilourd. No, it was you who had underestimated him. If you had taken this as seriously as you should have, Shepherd would have killed the Squilourd.
My lord, while Baron had failed to properly prepare Shepard, it also was something out of our control. Shepard may have been doomed to fail, regardless.
We have lost an important asset to our domination of this world. Then we will create a replacement once our takeover is underway. The rest of what needs to be done can be handled by both Decimator and I.
Baron is correct. Allow us to finish this swiftly and without further setbacks.
I entrust you, Decimator, with handling this. Finish off the Squilourd and anyone else who is a nuisance to our cause.
Yes, my lord.
Baron, continue to forge Skelites. We will need a larger army. I will do what I can, without Shepard to guide them. They may be chaotic in nature. I did not ask about minor inconveniences. Do as you are told. Yes, my lord.
Norman Cross.
What? You tried to kill me!
No, we're not doing that again, right? So just relax.
You're Oni! I should have known!
Hey, listen, I contacted you for a reason, right? I'm not gonna hurt you.
Why should I trust you? You and Kyo tried killing me the last time we met!
Norman, if you don't listen to me, Slavarian is going to obliterate you.
How do you know who that is?
Look, it's a long story, alright? Keo and I were tasked with finding and killing you.
Tasked? What do you mean, tasked? Slavarian is the oceanic god of death. How did a mercenary like you and a man like Keo get involved with all this?
He and I were brought in for different reasons. I take jobs regarding PBIs, and I don't ask questions. I just thought he was another power user, like, I don't know, that one guy, King Borealis or Artemis and Apollo. You don't know why they're like that, but they exist.
The god of death. The god of death hired you!
Payment is payment at first glance. Look, I'd never dealt with actual sorcery up until that point. Whatever he had done allowed him to read our minds, full manipulation. He used that to drive us.
What about Dr. Nebulous?
The guy sent us a replacement. He was a separate party. We never interacted.
This is a lot to take in.
My name's Noah, by the way.
So why are you talking to me?
Because I realized it must be pretty important for someone like him to be worried about you. Plus, you came back to life after being clinically dead for 30 seconds and a few other weird things.
Well, I'm an Okanite descendant. Slavarian was the god of death to them. And now that he's back with his disciples, he wants the last person who can stop him be killed. I think it's pretty simple if you know your history.
I'm gonna pretend I have any idea what you just said.
But if you were working with Slavarian, how are you not so, dead?
Because his buddies have been doing their dirty work since I didn't finish the job.
Is he still in your head?
Not since our fight. I guess I'm not as important to him anymore. Now it's about the threat of being killed.
You have no idea what you gotten yourself into?
And you're suddenly the expert?
I've heard stories of Slavarian when I was a kid. They're just legends and all that kind of stuff. But if he was behind what happened to you and Keo, then he has to have been here for at least 2 years.
And?
He's been building a power in our realm for his return. That's why his disciples are here too. They had to have used a good amount of their energy to drag him out of the astral plane. Which explains why they didn't come looking for me originally. They've been around for millennia and just never had what it took to free their overlord. Until now.
Hey pal, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
The god of death has returned because his friends brought him back. If he gets any stronger, we all die.
Thank you.
So what do you want?
Well, I've been in contact with the disciples. Well, more in their terms, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, so have I. Slaverian already sent one of his disciples after me, Shepard. I dealt with him. But if the roster is what the legends say, it's gonna get a lot worse.
The armored guy and the plague doctor.
It's buried and decimated. The brain and brawn of the Syndicate. Shepard was the leader of their imps. With him gone, hopefully they'll be struggling to recuperate.
As I was saying, that connection, it'll be easier to find and kill them.
I don't think you get it. These aren't just some people off the street you can beat up. These are millennia-old demons!
Which is why I'm coming to you. I don't know exactly what you can do, but I've got a feeling that you'll be helpful.
Helpful? This is my fight by right of ancestry. You just happen to get roped into it.
Fine. Then I'm coming to you under a common interest.
You want to go after them for your own safety. I want to because of the greater threat they pose on humanity.
Okay, but we both have the same end goal.
Sure, we both have the same end goal.
So, putting the bickering aside, are you willing to work together on this?
So you got a plan, or are you just gonna wing it?
A little bit of both. We start right here, right now. I'll get in touch with some backup.
We have backup?
Long story. Anyways, are we good to go? I don't know about this one. We'll be fine, trust me.
You stabbed me in the chest twice.
You hit me in the face with a mug.
Because you tried shooting at me!
So, like I asked.
Alright, Noah. If you try anything, I will shoot you.
Then it's a deal.
Now what?
I need to take care of something right now, but if you want to meet up later this afternoon, we can discuss further.
Where exactly?
Your place, how's that sound?
I moved.
I know, don't worry.
How do you know that?
See you in a bit. Just do not get caught up in anything between now and then.
I can't stand it.
Welcome home.
How'd you get in here? How'd you get in here before me?
I'm a mercenary. It's what I do.
Is that how you found me the first time?
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least you're not pointing your gun at me this time.
We made a deal. You know, not to mention there's not a price on your head this time.
Okay, so what's your plan?
I made a call regarding assistance, you know, guns, people, whatever we need.
Who?
How do I explain this? Like a non-legal organization?
Mafia?
No, I mean, I don't know. I never had an official name for it. It was just where I got started, I guess.
You told whoever this is about Slaverian?
I mean, sort of, not really. It's something I'd rather have you explain in person, you know, in better detail.
Yeah, well, it is my situation.
Right.
I don't really think guns are gonna do much. But the more people, the better.
I mean, it depends on the situation.
Either way, we're gonna need that backup. Are you sure these people can hold their own?
I'm counting on it.
You worked with them?
No. But I've been in contact with the two regarding the issue.
Wait, we've only got 2 people for backup?
We're not calling in a fucking fire team. We're not calling in clowns either.
Can they hold up against someone like Slaverian and his disciples?
I assume.
You better make this worth it.
You were gonna fight them on your own anyways. I feel like any bit of help makes a difference.
It's not about being able to defeat them, Noah. I just don't want anyone getting hurt, or worse, killed.
Oh, welcome to the business, Norman. Everybody gets hurt.
Alright. So what's next?
Well, when you're ready, we'll head to the docks and rendezvous with our backup.
Okay. And?
We'll gear up with our team, head to my place, and form a game plan. I haven't been there in a little while because the armored guy.
Armored guy? As in one of the disciples?
Yeah.
Decimator. Why was he there?
Like I said, I've been running errands for that piece of shit to make up for stuff. Decimator then comes and makes sure I'm holding up my end. I haven't been there in about a month, so you can imagine he's pretty pissed.
So we're looking at a possible run-in the moment we get to your place?
Possibly.
Alright, I'll be ready to go in a few minutes.
Alright, take your time.
I'll be right back.
Can I help you? Haven't seen that thing in a while. Forgot how flashy it was.
It's the squid suit. Of course it is. But it's reasonably flashy. See, you've met the squog.
The what?
The squog.
Right, okay.
So how are we getting there?
Just go there. How do you get around to fight crime or whatever?
I walk. Sometimes I take the bus.
In full costume?
Yeah.
You know that thing's super illegal, you know, the barrel length and all?
Oh, this? It's not mine. But you're one to talk.
Oh, I know. I just figured since you're all into the whole hero thing that you'd like care.
What, about being a hero? Or one of those, what'd you call them? Those letters.
PVI? It's called an acronym.
PVI, right. Being one who's already against the law, at least being an active one would cut. But Noah, sometimes to fight crime, you gotta break that law.
I think it's a bit more nuanced than hero and villain labels.
What?
Never mind.
Okay. Hey, wait a minute, aren't you one of those acronym thingies too?
PVI.
Yeah, but you got a costume, a villain name, and a reputation too!
I'm a villain?
Well, you're certainly not a hero. You think you're a hero?
I don't know. I don't think about that kind of thing.
Well, you're a villain. But you kill villains too. So I guess I'll make you anti-hero? Or maybe...
I don't care. I'm not into the whole superhero thing.
Just saying. You know they've made comic books about me? They've even made a toy set of Squilourd versus Rat Killman. I've always wanted it. I've never had the money for it.
Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. People love these kinds of things. Heroes fighting all kinds of evil. There was a new comic line of Dominus and Ocean Man fighting the Sapphire Skull. These are all real people.
Yeah, I know they're real. I just can't remember the names. I think they're stupid.
You're boring and lame.
You ready to go?
Yeah. Scribe! Take care of the house while I'm gone.
We have to get going. I don't want to waste his time.
Whose time?
The boss. The guy who runs the whole operation. One of his escorts should be waiting at the docks.
Yeah, I know what a boss is. Duh. It's not my fault you're stupid. What's the matter? We got places to go. What? Oh.
The mercenary and the Squilourd in one place. Fate has only made my work easier.
Decimator! Your evil ways are over! God damn it.
I expected to handle the both of you on separate terms. Did your impending demises cause you to ally in fear? Pathetic.
Actually, this is more convenient for me. It's 2 versus 1.
Planned on ending our contract tonight?
That was the plan from the start. You are but a speck in Lord Slavarian's view. If you believed you would be considered for long-term usage, you're wrong.
Ready to kick some ass?
I don't think we have a choice.
Hey, Decimator!
What?
We're gonna kick your ass!
Useless swordsman.
Together? Together.
My defeat at your hands means nothing. Lord Slavarian will take your world no matter how desperately you try to resist. It would have been better for you to die at my hands for your sake. You've only prolonged the inevitable.
So, should I be worried?
In regards to what?
Oh, these friends of yours. Do they know I'm Squilourd?
I mean, I might have said something, but the truth is, I don't think these people are here.
Well, from what you told me, they kind of sound like bad guys.
Will you stop with this whole good guy, bad guy thing already?
All right, fine. Heroes and villains.
What? No, just, never mind.
You're just angry I called you a villain.
Just do me a favor. Act professional when you're talking to people. Can you do that for me?
Oh, that's real nice.
Morning, Bradshaw. This the guy you talked about?
Yeah, Norman Cross. This is Faust. Faust, this is Norman.
Hello.
Watch the backup you asked for.
All right, Norman. This is Will Donovan. And this is...
Adrian? Hold on, Norman?
Hold on. You two know each other?
You're Adrian. Adrian Valentine. Yeah. Holy shit. How you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you in years.
Yeah, same. Where you been?
Where have I been? Where have you been?
Well, I've actually been in Taiwan for a while now.
You're Taiwanese?
No, I'm not Taiwanese. I'll tell you later.
Wow, I can't believe you're here. Wait, you're still going by...
Nah, I go by Nocturne now. You see, how's things with the Squilourd stuff, bro?
It's Squilourd. Why do you always say it like that?
I'm sorry, man. It's a habit, you know.
Well, yes, I am still doing Squilourd. It's been a few years, actually.
Love to hear it. So, what have you been up to?
Are you two done?
You staged your reunion and you expect us not to catch up?
I didn't even know you two knew each other. So can you save the chit-chat for later?
So how'd you even find him?
We'll discuss that later, okay? This is our other team member. He'll be helping us on the mission.
Name's Will. You can call me Warden.
So what did Noah tell you guys about what's going on?
Gonna be honest with you, kid. I got no idea who the fuck you people are and what's going on.
All right, Warden, what's your ability?
You guys have powers?
We're fighting supernatural evil, and you couldn't find one person who has powers.
Do you know how hard that is? But I mean, hey, you got powers, you'll come in clutch, right? Okay, Faust, at least tell me that the supplies were delivered to the house.
Got you covered. So I was told we were gonna be fighting some bad guys, right?
Is that the extent of what you got from my message?
And they're pretty damn evil, right?
I tried.
All right, Warden, what do you do? What's your specialty?
Well, I got these metal fists and I punch shit with them.
Have you fought a villain with superpowers?
You think I could be warden of this city and not fight the big guys in town? I've had my run-ins with King Borealis and Sapphire Skull. One time I punched Sapphire Skull so fucking hard he went through a brick wall.
Is he alive?
I don't care.
See, he's good at what he does. Simple and effective.
What about you and Valentine?
How do you mean?
Well, what the fuck do you do?
Well, I am Squilourd. I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
What about you?
Well, I'm a tech expert, so...
So this is the crew?
Not the ideal one, but it'll have to do.
I didn't think I'd be saving the world like this.
Wait. This is a world thing now? I thought this was just a city thing.
Did you not tell them anything?
I didn't know if this was going to be a world thing or like a local thing. You can't blame me.
I wouldn't expect Noah to know the extent. He was just a pawn for the Syndicate.
Wait, Adrian, how much do you know about this stuff?
This is what I meant by we will discuss this later. I'd rather not be here that long.
How much does Will know?
Well, he knows exactly
I know
what
enough, kid.
Right.
Not to rain on the parade, but I got some things I gotta do. The best I can do for you guys is call up a ride to the house.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Another failure. It was his own fault. Decimator should have known not to underestimate his foes.
This was nothing about underestimation, you cretin! This Squilourd is beyond what we've dealt with before.
We both know what this boy is capable of.
He is no longer a boy, Baron.
His maturity is that of one. He is unaware of the potential which he holds.
With the power he possesses, it is unwise to think of him as a simple obstacle.
Then let us kill him before he realizes who he truly is.
Do you not think that is what we've been trying to do? You are the last disciple of mine left alive, and you sit here speaking with such confidence.
I speak from a strategist's point of view. Enough talk. Killing this Squilourd needs to be done properly. My patience has been run dry, listening to those around me speak with confidence, as if the task has already been done. You are a god.
Act as such and kill this Squilourd yourself.
Speak to me as such again,
and I will show you what a god can do. You may be a powerful sorcerer, but I will erase you from this world if you so much as test me once more. This earth will be mine. I will wipe it clean and recreate the realm I've so viciously taken from me. I expect you to stand by my side.
I will prove to you what a hand of death can do. Your power will grow. I assure you.
Kill this false savior and anyone who stands with him. If you fail, Baron, I will show you no mercy.
Yes, my lord.
So Keo's old place. How'd you manage to get a hold of it?
Connections, not to mention I like the place, so I use it as an on and off residence.
And what about the Syndicate finding you?
They'd find me anyways, no matter where I went.
So what ended up happening after we all fought?
I stayed off the radar until the investigation into Keo's disappearance was over. Keo Industries sees just about everything that would have been labeled confidential information, so if there's anything on the Syndicate, they have it.
Hold on. Isn't Keo Industries some, futuristic weapons manufacturer? What did Brandy Keo have to do with the Syndicate of Sin?
Keo and I have been subjected to their control about 2 years ago in order to locate Norman and kill him.
I don't get it. Why not send his disciples instead?
Well, likely because Slaverian needed them in order to regain his strength through rituals and whatnot. He also likely would have expected me not to be a powerful threat just yet. At least, not enough to send his disciples.
So this guy sends you and Brandy Keo, of all people, to do a job, and you failed.
The mission was going just fine until we were ordered to kill each other. I guess he gave up on us after our failed attempts, and now here we are.
After Dr. Nebulous was defeated, he knew he couldn't win, so he had to find a way to get rid of you both.
Who?
Yeah, some sorcerer he sent after me.
Oh, okay.
You know, I hate to be that guy, but can one of you please explain what the hell's going on? It'd be much appreciated.
I think it's time I'd show you what the Syndicate of Sin really is.
To understand them, I must first explain where they came from, and the great warriors who fought to oppose them. Millennia ago, a secluded civilization known as Oceanus prospered somewhere in the Mediterranean, who valued the gifts and prosperities that the sea brought. Their entire culture was based around this, including their generational warriors, Squilourds. These fearless champions guarded our world from the horrors that lurked in the depths of reality. For millennia, they thrived, until the day it arrived. Slaverian, the embodiment of death itself. Slaverian was the Okinike god of death, and due to a cataclysmic event, he was set loose on the world without any restraint. The rest of the gods had perished, yet the last of the council refused to explain how. Without the other gods, Slaverian behaved much like a rabid animal with an insatiable hunger, and with him came his disciples. The Baron and the Decimator were the original hands of death, a vile shapeshifter and a walking tank. They slaughtered Okinikes en masse, all in an effort to please their master. As time went on, Slaverian had gathered a cultist following out of corrupted Okinikes, promising them power beyond their comprehension. They would carry out his wishes from within Okeanis. As their numbers grew, Slaverian ordered his right-hand man, the Baron, to construct something capable of leading his now assimilated followers. He created the Night Shepherd, a mixture of dark magic and a willing follower. Now, with a third member to his disciples, Slaverian let his army loose. His disciples caused terror on a massive scale, slaying countless innocent people, all for Slaverian. Those who were captured were repurposed by Baron to become mindless drones known as Skullites, the same as the cultists before. After several Squilords had been slain by this evil, the powerful sorcerer and last of the council, the Seeker, rose up to banish Slaverian to the astral plane, consequently taking himself too. Yet, the damage to Okeanis had already been done, and the civilization seemingly vanished overnight. The Okinikes spread out into the rest of the world, leaving behind their culture and the prosperity their home once harbored. However, due to the fact that Slaverian was a god, his disciples have finally found a way to bring him back into our world. And I am the last of the Squilords, the only thing standing in his way. Shepherd and Decimator are dead, and now only Slaverian and Baron remain.
We take the fight to them.
Well, the problem is, I'm missing one more piece.
Piece of what?
Each of the disciples carry an essence within them. That, when combined, can be used to forge an ancient Okinike weapon, a gauntlet simply known as the God Slayer. There's no confirmation on whether the gauntlet was forged in the past or not, but the blueprints still exist, and we can use them.
Look, if this thing even existed, right, why wouldn't these ocean people not use it back then?
Because the required power to forge it wasn't in any place but the Syndicate. Not to mention, they were at their peak, near unbeatable. But we're in luck, because they're still generally weak in comparison to their prime. That's why we need to take our chance.
If his disciples have been on Earth this whole time, how have they not, recovered since then? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, they're tied to Slaverian. He created them, so it acts like a tether. If he's weak, they're weak.
So what do we have and what do we not have?
We have Decimator's sword, we just need Baron's cane. And without that gauntlet, we wouldn't be able to lay a finger on Slaverian.
Yeah, I know from experience he can suffocate you without even touching you.
So what? This is like the Force? He can be like Star Wars?
No, what? It's called telekinesis. It's like you can interact with objects from a distance using your mind.
You know, it kind of is like the Force, Noah.
I don't care.
So how does this gauntlet work?
Well, it works more as defense than offense. It repurposes and redirects sorcery-based attacks back at the attacker. So if Slaverian were to use his telekinesis or lightning attacks, it would be void.
So it is like the Emperor.
Can you shut the fuck up?
God damn it, you know I'm right!
Alright, come on, settle down now. Agent, you're gonna tell me how you got roped into this. I wanna know.
Noah, show him.
Take a look.
What is this?
I was in Taiwan for personal reasons and for vigilante work. At the time, I was near a rural town when I received reports that there was some kind of demon that appeared. I investigated, and the demon was who you're calling Baron. He was in Taiwan searching for Okianite relics, as I later come to find out.
Like you said, your people spread out in the world. There's no saying that artifacts didn't end up getting that far.
I nearly lost my life in the fight, and Baron got away with what he came for.
When did this happen?
A little over 2 years ago.
Right before Slavarian came back. Baron must have been searching for Okianite relics that were imbued with power, enough to bring back Slavarian. Okianite relics can appear as any other piece of history to the untrained eye. The powers within must be drawn out.
And he got it. I remember that he used to tell me things like these when we were younger. And when I actually saw Baron in person, I knew it was true.
This was the last thing I managed to get before Keo Industries seized everything. Brandy Keo had been hot on the Syndicate's trail long before I was ever brought in. But when he finally caught up to them, that's when he was corrupted.
Why was Keo after them?
Why wouldn't he be? He was the CEO of a weapons manufacturing company. With the rise of those with powers, he wanted to somehow utilize that to create weapons in the future. Hence the exosuit that you saw. The Syndicate were a perfect example, but his thirst for knowledge ended up becoming the end of him. He was a genius at what he did, truly, but he couldn't fight off something like Slavarian.
Keo Industries spoke to you, Adrian?
Yes. They showed up to town as soon as my word got out. And nobody was interested because nobody cared about stolen artifacts. But Keo Industries seemed to know exactly what was going on.
I found Adrian through reading the files. There's got to be hundreds more in the Syndicate, but unfortunately, this is all I managed to get.
I know they're still a functioning company. I heard about Keo's disappearance. It was all over the news. A few days afterwards, they installed a new CEO in his place.
What's your point?
It's less about a new CEO and more so that they lost interest in their founder's disappearance so quickly. Do you remember there being any more than a few statements being given? Vague ones at that.
He's right.
If they were so interested in this syndicate or whatever, they'd have tons of data on them. And the new CEO would have to know at least something. Unless, after Keo's disappearance, the files were purged. Then someone, or several people, would have to know all about this.
So do we know who took over after Keo?
It's a guy named Corbin Grayland. Speaking of, I was actually brought to his house recently because he wanted to apologize for what Brandy Keo had done to me. He took the position a few months after his disappearance, actually. But none of that lines up with what Will said.
What else was mentioned?
Well, he knew about the party you crashed, as well as you tracking me down. I also told him about the rivalry you had with Keo, too.
Norman, I didn't have a rivalry. I just told you that I didn't like what Keo Industries was doing at the time.
I mean, I guess he'd know about what had happened. He had to have been briefed. But regardless, Keo Industries probably knows more about this than they're willing to admit.
I did get a message from him after the meeting, letting me know that if I needed anything, I could contact him at any time. We could go to him, see what we can find.
And that'll be our first step towards finding Baron. We'll go tomorrow.
Well, wait. How are we gonna get him to tell us anything?
Even if they're not hiding something, Keo Industries has tabs on most PVIs, and more importantly, the Syndicate, as we already know.
But that doesn't answer my question.
If he doesn't cooperate, I'll hold him at gunpoint until he talks.
Well, you're not acting like a hero.
See, he gets it.
Look, I'm going off the assumption they're hiding something sinister. You cannot blame me.
So what do we do until then?
You can hang around, I guess.
Well, I need to take care of something for a minute. Mind if I use the bedroom?
Be my guest.
You are doing well. If you are to continue with your newfound team, the Syndicate of Sin may finally be wiped from existence.
I just need to find Baron.
He is no simple disciple, Norman. He is the most cunning and most powerful. No Squilourd has ever been able to stand toe-to-toe with the Baron.
Then he'll be in for a surprise.
I never believed I would see the day that Slaverian had to handle losing his disciples one by one. For once, that creature may experience fear.
I hope he does. Evil will always have something to knock it back down.
I hope you're right. Even with my power, all I could do was banish him. You must kill him this time. If not, there may not be another chance. Ever.
Then I'll make sure he's put down for good. I'll do everything in my power to do so.
He has been knocked down before. My fear is that he may rise up again in the future.
I promise you, Seeker, I won't let you down.
The Squilords of the past will be proud.
Adrian, what's your favorite kind of monkey? Greater or lesser?
I think that terminology is only for apes.
No, a common misconception. It's monkey.
Listen, Norman, if we were talking about apes, orangutan would be my favorite.
You miss me. The orangutan is the wisest of the monkeys. What's that?
Brandy. Vodka. Brandy.
Is that supposed to be funny?
No, actually, I enjoyed this stuff. Last time I had it was about the party. I had a little bit after. I was looking for something to down some pain meds because I sprained my ankle earlier that week in a job. I got thrown from a bus. Well, in fact, it was probably different. There you go. Different occurrence, same night. Anyways, but if I didn't sprain my ankle that week, I would have caught you. Funny how the world works.
Speaking of world, Adrian, how was Taiwan?
No, that's good.
Well, you know, it was all right. The vigilante work and personal reasons stuff, you know, it was quite stressful stuff. But I'm here.
Well, that doesn't really explain what you did for 6 years in Taiwan.
Once again, personal reasons and my vigilante work. It's gotten better over the years, I'd say.
But Adrian, you're not even Taiwanese. Why Taiwan of all places?
You incompetent fuck. You know people can move?
Ha! Jokes move on, cause get it? I move.
Moving from your couch to the crapper isn't moving, Norman.
Ha! Well, thank goodness I've moved houses and crappers. Cause get it? Houses move with crappers.
Whatever, man.
Oh, Will! I have a great bonding idea.
What?
We can play Russian roulette.
Oh, God.
All right, kids. Whatever you say. One. To hell and back. Your turn, bud.
Dude.
See? My mom always told me that I am the luckiest little boy.
Oh, shit! Holy fucking shit! Oh. Bro, you are so fucking dense, man.
One of you is gonna lose your fucking eye one day.
That's the hypocritical of you, if I'm being honest, unless you've got some cool, badass story on how you lost your eye. Mind sharing?
What's your fucking name again?
Noah?
Alright. Well, I know a story that you might want to hear, if you'll let me.
Alright then, let's hear it, how the great Will Donovan lost his fucking eye.
Back in the war, you lose a lot of things. Lucky I only lost my eye.
Which war?
The first one.
The First World War?
No.
Well, Warden, let me see that eye.
You sure you want to see that?
I think we all want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Alright, you fucking sickos. Alright? Y'all want to see this fucking eye? Well, let me tell you something. You're gonna need this when you're done looking at it. I fucking told you. Idiots!
You know, before we all kill each other or ourselves, I'd like to make a general metaphorical toast at that to our current odd predicament. A toast to let's not die. I think that's good, yeah?
Yeah, I guess so.
Whatever.
I agree. I think we should not die. And a toast to saving the world and defeating the god of death as a team.
To that, yeah.
Now that is something I could toast to.
Well, in that case, here's one to the team.
To the team.
You know they're bulletproof, right?
There's gonna be something that isn't.
Oh, there are skullets.
Can you shut up?
Okay.
Everyone good?
On the plane by me again?
I contacted Corbin Grayland last night and let him know I'd be stopping by for further discussion.
So he knows you're, squid?
No, not that I know, but I like surprises.
You okay with Keo Industries having your real identity?
Think about it like this. Brandy Keo knew Norman's full name, address, and alter ego. If this Grayling guy doesn't already know, he's an idiot.
You know, now that I think about it, you're right.
What's wrong?
Nothing, nothing.
And we're gonna make this guy cooperate. How exactly?
We'll wing it.
I don't think it's a good idea to waltz into his house armed like that.
You want him to talk, right?
Well, does he know we're all coming?
No, I left that part out. I figured he'd be more willing if it was just me.
Well, I guess we're all supposed to be good house guests.
Yeah, until further notice.
Hold on. Let's say if Corbin Grayland doesn't take kindly to us being there, says he calls the cops or gets some other type of security on us, what then?
We're gonna have to do everything we can to keep the situation as calm as possible. And if it gets to that point, we're gonna have to force all the information out of them, one way or another. It's for the greater good.
If what you guys said is true, and they're hiding this stuff as classified, we may not be able to get any information at all. Now, why would he just hand that over?
We could phrase it as we're looking for a yet unknown PVI, give a description, see if they picked anything up. However, the chance of being given anything truthful are, well, they're slim.
So we need to go in there expecting the worst to happen. If so, we need to have a quick getaway.
I'll cover it.
Well, this plan only seems like it's gonna work if we take the riskier route.
If it's our only lead right now, then it has to be done.
Norman, when you met this guy, did he seem timid or what?
Do you think he'll break easily?
I really can't say. From the time I spent talking to him, could go either way.
Let's go in expecting the worst and hoping for the best.
All right, then we should head out while we still got time.
Norman. So, back when you fought Dr. Nebulous and I came by the house, I happened to find your shotgun in the bushes. Unfortunately, it was really messed up and beyond repair, so there's that. But here we are on a mission together. We're fighting alongside each other instead of against each other. So I got you something.
Wow. Blue shells, my favorite. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, team. Everyone ready? Just about.
Yeah, let's get this over with.
Let's do this.
This is weird. What's up? Well, last time I was here, there was security or something like it.
Day off, maybe.
I don't know.
He's expecting you, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Excuse me?
Mr. Grayland, it's me, Norman Cross.
Norman, I thought it'd just be you. You've brought friends.
They're helping me with something. We're tracking down a dangerous PVI, and I need your help.
Well, come on inside.
Thank you.
My apologies. I wasn't expecting so many visitors, as when Mr. Cross contacted me, he said it'd just be him. Nor was I expecting the get-up.
Sorry about that. There was a change of plans, and we're in a hurry.
Yes. Who is it you're trying to find?
It's a rather new PVI. I'm not sure if you have a name for it yet, but it's threatening the well-being of everybody.
Interesting. It isn't anything I've heard of. By the way, would any of you like something to drink? Tea? Coffee?
No.
You got some tobacco?
I'll take an espresso if you can, actually.
Yes, of course. And you are?
Marcus Riley, nice to meet you.
Corbin Grayland.
So I've heard. I used to work for Brandy Keo, actually, private security. I'm helping out Mr. Cross here under a contract deal.
Keo and I were business partners back in the day.
Back to the subject. Can you help us? It's important.
I assume so. So what's the name for starters?
His name is the Baron. At least that's what he goes by.
Oh. Alright.
And how exactly do you find people like that?
Well, Keo Industries has a branch dedicated to logging PVIs that we started rather recently.
Now, I heard you guys were against people like us. Is that true?
We don't condone it. What's illegal is illegal.
So how do we find this guy?
Any info you can give me, I'll try and run by the system and see if there's a match.
Any word on the coffee by any chance?
Right. My apologies.
So how well did you know Mr. Keo?
Like I said, we were working together as business partners. I was working at the upstate offices until recently.
Do you have any family, Mr. Grayland? I think I heard Keo talk about his business partner and wife joining him for dinner a few times.
What is he doing? I don't know.
Oh yes, my wife and I. She's not here at the moment, seeing as she has business with her mother. Very sick she is.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Not to worry, Mr. Bradshaw.
It's Riley.
My mistake. One of my colleagues looks just like you, and his name is Bradshaw.
What are you doing? You just shot him! What's wrong with you?
There wasn't any blood.
What?
How atrocious. Now perish! Stupid cowboy.
We're gonna cut you up into tiny little pieces, and then we're gonna eat you.
Fools, you do not understand.
Get the key! Why?
Use it against him.
On it.
Got you, piggy?
Push him!
Oh yeah, don't they disappear when they die?
Yeah. Anything organic, just boom.
If you don't mind, can we just get what we came for and get the fuck out of here? Are they supposed to be arranged in a certain way?
No, I'm just trying to see what looks better.
Can we get this over with if you don't mind?
Hey, Noah, mind if I ask you something?
Yeah, sure.
How'd you know Corbin was Baron?
Lucky guess.
Are you serious?
I saw enough red flags to know that something was up.
I'm still upset at you about that.
But we won, didn't we?
By chance. What if it was just a guy?
I had a feeling we would have had to take the files from one of their facilities anyways.
Just because he knew your name didn't mean he was Baron.
Can we just move on? We got what we needed anyways.
You nearly painted the walls with some asshole's brains.
But I didn't.
Alright. Let's see how to do this.
Are you sure this is gonna work? If that asshole comes back and finds all his friends dead, fuck me!
Yes, I'm sure it'll work. Let's do this. Dinoch, kos fen, as thiramasvatos, uvenus malasus, nam malaka, uven, otesdir. Dinoch, kos fen, la krikma, hiratstatva, salotsmir. Buddha Kolak!
Oh, man, the most fucked up shit I've ever seen!
What the fuck? I miss me play! Miss me the Kabaro Sarakata! Uji Malako! What?
Did it work?
No. Look. I'll be right back.
Oh, fuck!
What's going on? Why isn't it working? You said it would work.
I know.
So what's the problem? We're screwed if we can't make the gauntlet.
As much as I did not want to tell you, it seems it was inevitable.
Tell me what. Come on, you gotta talk.
The gauntlet requires one final piece.
You couldn't have told me that before?
It's time for a history lesson.
What do you mean?
The very first gauntlet was designed by he who slayed the rest of the gods, and unleashed Slaverian. The idea was to keep the gods in check, yet it was used against them by the prior council member. To power it, it required the life energy of the most powerful beings of the time, gods not included. We originally allowed its concept as a failsafe.
Like a contingency plan?
Exactly. If a gauntlet were to be made, it had to be destroyed for power balance. At the time of this particular blueprint, I knew Slaverian had to return once again, so I made it with you in mind, using what I had seen thousands of years ago. To forge this new gauntlet, you would need to slay Slaverian's disciples, retrieve their essences, and once you were finished, infuse it with the essence of myself. We could not forge the gauntlet when Slaverian last attacked Okeanos. However, you could.
But wait, what'll happen to you?
For me to do that, I would have to give you the last of my power. All that remains after millennia. I must give up my life to save countless others.
But Seeker, you can't go. We need you. We can fight Slaverian together without that stupid gauntlet.
It delights me to see a fighting spirit coming from you. But you cannot kill him without the gauntlet. You will need to learn to fight without my assistance. There will be things that come to face you that you must learn to fight on your own. A Squilourd fights with the power of bravery and a strong heart. And you must know that for the rest of your life.
Please, you can't go.
You fought for years without so much as knowing I existed. The time since then has only been easier with my help. Norman, you will never learn to fight like a true warrior until you are left with just your own mind to dictate what comes next. I'm sorry, but it must be done. Goodbye, Norman.
hell is that? It's the last piece of the puzzle. This'll work, right? Because after the shit you pulled... It has to. Uthian Salatos Testi. This is it! Yvnelon! Flector mina! Dodalis! Bar zet vek! Sok! Hungruhudu varabim! Jak theramazvatos! Lakshidar grandas was! Astusa virman! Prostrava! Lotrubaros semekarata! Notusumari hirlimatara kitsamakaka! Othion! The culmination of generations.
Now what? We go find and kill Slavarian?
Unfortunately, no. It still needs time to be tuned and stabilized.
And how long is that gonna take?
2, maybe 3 days. It takes time.
So what are we supposed to do until then?
You can all go do your own things if you want.
I need a fucking smoke. I'll stay.
What kind of team will we be if we just left you?
Really?
Yeah, nothing wrong with sitting around and talking shit. It's a classic pastime.
All right then. Let's get to work. I had another vision. Slaverian knows we're here.
You had a vision? Vision what?
Ever since this began, I kept getting visions of him. They've only gotten stronger since.
And these visions, they were caused by him directly?
Yes. Slaverian is one to make himself known to those he opposes.
Oh, he's coming to us. We're gonna need all the firepower we can get.
What's the time window looking like?
There's no way to know for sure, but I've got a feeling it'll be here soon. He has a presence.
Well, we need to be sure. What's been taking him so long anyways?
After his disciples were killed, it's possible he's been recuperating. Something seems off.
What are the chances that he knows about the gauntlet?
From what I know, he likely assumes the blueprints vanished long ago. Regardless, though, we'll be catching him by surprise, so we need to be ready.
Well, no shit, but we need to know what cards Slaverian's gonna play, don't we?
I can't say for sure, but his priority is killing me. You guys are just in the way.
Well, would make one hell of a barrier then.
Alright, team, listen up. We're about to go head-to-head with one of the most powerful enemies any of us have ever faced. Every battle, every sacrifice, we cannot lose. Our very existence hangs in the balance. The actions taken today will determine whether humanity survives and thrives for generations to come. The warriors who have fallen to Slaverian shall not be forgotten, and they will be avenged. We are the only thing standing between the light and the dark. Our final stand shall go down in history.
That was a fine speech.
Thanks. We're practicing.
All right, kid. I'm in. You got my vote.
Well, damned if we do, damned if we don't.
Our time is now. We need to give it our best. Everything counts.
You guys expected company?
Not exactly.
Everybody, hold the line!
The hell am I looking at?
Skulllights.
They're just standing there.
Fire!
Handle these fuckers. I'll get the ones in the back.
Oh, come on, you little fuckers! Warden, help the others!
Right.
Finally, the last of the Squilourds. I've waited so long to rip the life from your body.
Your reign is over.
Is that so? What makes you think you will be the end of me?
In just a week, we managed to kill all of your disciples. What makes you think we can't kick your ass?
Every dead Squilourd before you, who has died at my hands.
And you clearly haven't seen what I've got just for you.
Is that no impossible?
Son of a... The day death shows fear is the day the light shines through.
Norman Cross. You've come this far just to kill me.
The Squilourds before you would be proud.
You managed to evade my assassins and kill my syndicate.
A true feat of strength, especially from someone as inexperienced as you.
Despite how far you've come, you will perish all the same.
I don't care.
child. I am the god of death. I have existed for eons. How could this be possible?
I'm Squilourd.
Norman?
Adrian.
So tell me, kid, we got him?
Yeah, we got him.
Back for okay.
Help me up.
The work is done. Yeah. The work is done.
The Syndicate of Sin is finally gone, turning the page to segue into the next chapter of my life. It's given me time to reflect and catch up with an old friend. We've both grown very different from who we once were. But I guess that's a part of getting older. What I've lost with the Seeker's passing, I've gained with this team. Those I can call my friends, and to an extent, a pseudo-family. After hard work, I attained a position as a professor in anthropology, a fitting career outside of vigilante work. The road ahead is paved with countless possibilities, and what we choose to do with our future is in our own hands. Just as the Seeker had told me all those years ago, even in our darkest hours, hope and the will to continue is what will guide us. We continue to prepare for the unforeseen future ahead. The fight lives on inside us all. And as we prepare, we get better at it, each and every time. Despite the threat of Slaverian being long gone, the world will never be truly safe. But that's why we're here, to stand against the injustices and the evils which rear their ugly head. From criminals to warlocks, from gods to God's slayers. We'll be ready. Even when we've gone our separate ways, when a new threat arises, we'll always come back together. As a team. I will uphold my responsibility as a protector, to carry the torch. I am Squilourd.
Reach out, touch faith.
Hello, Professor Cross, residence. How can I help you?
Norman, it's good to hear you again.
Who is this?
I forgive you for not recognizing my voice right away. It's likely you assumed that I didn't survive our last encounter.
Wait. Keo?
I knew you'd come around.
Where are you?
After you so rudely impaled me, Silverian took me to his sim and his syndicate, healing my wounds but at a terrible cost. They made me a prisoner. Probed my mind for information. A man like me would never give away his enterprise to such pitiful people. But this explains how they took over my company.
Yeah, Noah had a hand in taking it back from them.
Exactly. Well, thanks to the bold actions of you and your newfound team, defeating Silverian freed me from their clutches and his own mind manipulation. In light of this, I do apologize for my actions, Norman.
Well, where are you now? Do you need our help?
All I remember is my sudden appearance back into civilization. My mind no longer feeling the grip of Silverian.
Keo, we can help you. Where are you now?
The whereabouts of my current location are not an issue. However, I do plan to meet you again. On my terms. And better terms at that. I look forward to catching up with you. We have much to discuss. Happy travels.
Likewise. We'll be in touch.
The end is only the beginning.
My son, how proud I am that you've walked in my footsteps.